Or maybe not. I think this is the first time I've ever seen the bridge.
You've never seen the bridge?
Are you excited, Ruby?
Is that bridge going up?
I would have just taken you to open the bridge for fun instead.
Who needed to spend $50 on the church?
You mocked me, but I know you would
I
have enjoyed
told
it.
you we opened.
Did you know that happened, Nicholas?
It's not even necessary.
No. It's probably...
I feel like that could fit under.
No way.
No, I wouldn't fit under.
I was expecting this massive shit. Next to this time.
Did it stop?
It went to let that boat through. That boat was too big. It couldn't fit down the bridge.
I would take my oar up.
Hey, the bridge is going back down. What a kicker. Ow. Where's the train gonna start? Dang, move!
Over. I think that's the ball.
I'm eating here.
No, we don't do that.
It's going down.
Okay, everybody's sitting down. We're going to head out in just a moment, so everybody can take their seat and we're ready to go.
Everybody take their seat. Not on the directional.
Why not?
Because it's only for motorcycles.
Oh. Whoops.
Where is the train gonna move?
Okay, my name is Gordon. I'm the assistant conductor this afternoon on the Port Stanley Terminal Rail. On our left here is our diner cars. And what we do is they have a murder mystery train about 5 times a year. And you come down here at 6 at night and there's a dinner on board. And then they have the Elgin theatrical group comes in and puts on a murder mystery play. So it's about an hour, and then you're back down here. If you look out onto the creek here, Otter Creek, there's 2 orange boats sitting up in there. Those ones are part of the fishing fleet here at Port Stanley, and they fish for perch out on the lake. So they go out early in the morning and they're back by now. We're entering the work yard here at the Port Stanley Terminal Rail, and there's 3 engines sitting here. There's Albert, Winnie, and Donald. Winnie is from Winnipeg. Donald and Albert are from Paris, Ontario, and they used them down in the gravel pits down there, and we brought them up here, and we used them as engines here. These are all diesel engines. Next here on the right are some cars that have been restored into passenger service cars. They're all old cabooses. We took everything out of them and put seats in them. Use them now for passenger cars. Coming up on the right is our lawnmower that we use here at Port Stanley, okay, at the terminal rail. You can see the blades on it.
How we doing? Okay.
This is bigger than the lawnmower that you may have at home. Okay? So that's what they use to cut the weeds and everything with here. coming up on the right is the HMCS Prevost boat facility. This is the Canadian Navy at Port Stanley. And what they do here is they train naval cadets in the summer, and they train them for search and rescue operations out on the lake. Now we're coming to our first bridge today. It's called the Kettle Creek Bridge. It was built in 1908. So it was built and put in here 4 years before the Titanic sank. So when we go over this, under this bridge here, I want everybody to keep their head and their hands and every other body part inside the car, because we come pretty close to the bridge and I don't want anybody to lose any body parts. Now the railway here owns 50 feet of land on each side of the track. So these houses here, we own their backyards, pretty well. Yeah, but they cut the grass and they plant flowers and everybody's happy. Yeah. On the right is the Port Stanley Baseball Park. And they formed a committee a couple of years ago to put a dome over the park. But they're still working on that. The next thing is a skateboard park on the right here that the town put in for the children to play in. This is the Warren Street crossing. It's the only electrified crossing that we'll go by today. And if you see those lights when they're flashing, you don't want to try to drive your car across the rail line here or walk across. Because just because the one train went by doesn't mean there isn't one coming the other way. I'll give you some history of the train here. They started to dig out the dirt and to lay the track from the beach at Port Stanley, that's where the old station was, to London, Ontario in 1853. So what they did is they hired Irish and English immigrants mostly, and they gave them a pick and a shovel and a wheelbarrow. And they took out all the dirt and laid down the track, and the first train left the beach at left London, Ontario for the beach at Port Stanley on July 8th, 1856. So it took them 3 years to get it done, which is completely amazing. They were paid $1 a day. So in 1853, $1 a day would buy you quite a bit. It was pretty good salary. Okay, we're coming up to Zabet's Bridge. Zabet's Bridge was built in 1896, right? It's a 70-foot drop from the top of the bridge down to the bottom. So we're going to go over, just after this road, we're going to go over the bridge. I'll tell you about the warranty after we go over the bridge.
That's a swamp.
The top speed for this train is 14 miles an hour. Right? When we come to a bridge like this, we have to take the speed down to 5 miles an hour. When we enter the village of Port Stanley, or we're leaving it, there's a bylaw that says we can't go any faster than 10 miles an hour through the village. Everything on the train is in the imperial system. We don't talk metric system on the train. As throughout Canada, it's the very same.
Careful. Stay inside the car, please.
The first trip here we saw some deer that were out by the train. You may see some deer today, some more of them when we go by. There's some beautiful homes up and around here that you can see.
Are we still on the bridge?
We're on a very high bridge.
So this is for the Union Station here. It was built in 1923. It's known as a flag stop station. There's not too many days left in Canada, probably, or in the province anyhow. This is one of them. This is one of the many homes here on the east side that are along the rail line here.
Why is the train not moving?
We're gonna get out and look at these things.